respect right now. We talking
Come on
about
now.
mothers, y'all.
Come on now.
My mother's hands, elegant, but marked with the corns on her fingers that spoke of curling irons and straightening combs from hours and hours and years of doing hair in her beauty shop. Hands that were wrinkled and red and swollen sometimes from being in dishwater too long without the soothing balm of Vaseline. Hands that coaxed the Creator's voice to surround us as she played the piano and made us hear the swish of angel's wings when she got on her organ. Hands in the doorway of my room when she whispered, "Why didn't you tell me, Charlotte? Why didn't you just tell me?" Oh. Hands that held the switch that I usually had to cut off to treat myself.
Come on.
As she reluctantly, it seemed, whipped some sense into my hard head. Hands that kept my hair neat and braided or curled and make sure that my kitchens were always pressed out and shining.
Well.
Hands that very seldom burnt me, even with all my ducking and dodging and a hot comb sizzle. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Well.
Hands that put that sticky mustard plaster on my chest, and Vicks Vapor rubbed up my nose, and rubbed my high temperatures down with alcohol, while she soothed my fevered brow over and over with her gentle love touch. Hands that kept our clothes ironed and starched and in brand new Easter duds every year, while she wore the same elegant red cape and suit year in and year out. Hands that tearfully picked the chitlins off the ceiling after the pressure cooker exploded its contents one Sunday morning and hung wriggling surrealistically off her newly painted white ceiling that had the pretty gold flakes mixed in it. Hands that teased us with leftover exotic food like fried grasshoppers and chocolate-covered ants and phallic-looking cow's tongues that she brought home from the rich white folks' parties she would waitress at every summer with my aunts to help make ends meet at home. Hands that whipped the batter over and over and over and over to make sure that the cakes that she sold were as light as the luscious dinner rolls she was so proud of and that we were always so eager to devour. Hands, they taught me to arch my eyebrows and to fold my clothes and which fork was which to use when. Hands that made the inexpensive dress that she bought for me to wear to the installation ceremony feel like $1 million by simply pinning one of her brooches on it. Hands that lay limp and pale, but elegant still, as she took her last breath. And settled her face into a smile. My mother's hands, elegant, gnarled, smooth, cracked, rough, moist, strong, limp, soothing, creative, at rest. My mother's hands, hands full of love.
Ashe.
feels like yesterday. That's one of my songs, actually. A gungun, if y'all don't know,
Yes.
that means ancestors in the Yoruba language. And I've been initiated to the Ancestor Society, so I do a lot of work around our ancestors, around a gungun. And like I said, my dad just passed in February 10th. He's laid to rest right there in Tanzania, right in our front yard, which is how we do it there. It looks real pretty too. Flowers everywhere. You know, it's not a sad place. So when he was passing, and I had the blessing to be with him and my mother when they both passed, holding their hands, soothing their brows, talking to them. And as he was passing, I got this vision, and I kept telling him, Dad, don't be afraid, you know it's going to be all right. And I know he could hear me, even though his eyes were closed. So after he did make his transition, I wrote this poem, and I even painted a small mural outside where he's buried now. So I'm going to share this with y'all. They were waiting at the Blue River, waiting to welcome Dad back home. Ari Gungun, I see them 3,000 strong. They were waiting at that Blue River with foaming crests of gold and white. I could see them shouting and guiding Dad with beautiful, strong voices, urging him to come into that shimmering light that surrounded them and enveloped him, and the joy that I witnessed was palpable to my ears and soothing to my sight. There was Dad's mother, Mama Esther Honeysucker, dressed in her finest Pentecostal white robe.
Come on.
Who Dad hadn't seen for more than 9 decades since he was a child of just 9 years old. And there was Grandfather Lee Hill, who survived and outlived all 3 of his wives. He was dressed to the nines in his silk shirt and gold spun suspenders and his Panama straw fedora crown of white. And there were Dad's sisters and brothers, 8 among the 3,000 strong, singing, "Those gates are open, our son, our brother. We got your back like none other." The jangling tambourines were backing those voices, and the drum sound resounded like centuries before. Everybody had smiles of joy and blessings as they stomped and sang and shouted out to welcome Dad home through the gates of those widely open doors. Dad's eyes flickered and rolled back in his head as I told him over and over to not be afraid. I held his hand and moaned and sang the ancient songs to him, and ancestors' voices resounding as they sang, "Come on, Sterling Emmanuel, we've been waiting for you. Ha! We got your back, we got your front. Yeah, this is your clan and your crew." I know that time is irrelevant in spiritual matters. It's true. It seems like all this happened at least 1,000 years ago, but the days have added up to being just 32. Dad heard a gong sing that the timing was blessed. Yes, the timing was right. And he settled right in to that long sacred flight. But before he closed his eyes and took his last and final breath, a huge swirling wind from Oya blew right outside Dad's door, ushering him into new adventures on the other side of death. Dad inhaled in relaxed peace for a few moments, it seemed. Then his last inevitable exhalation was softly and gently achieved.